Donald Trump stutters about some kind of security guarantees for Ukraine. Do you have an understanding of what the safeguards might be? What can Trump do if indeed Putin continues to kill Ukrainians, continues to fire missiles, continues his special operation on the front? And what will Trump do other than the sanctions he promised? Will he give weapons to Ukraine, and what other security guarantees can there be? To say that Ukraine can be taken by NATO, included in NATO, will not work for many reasons, and even formality does not allow, because according to the NATO Charter, all 32 countries and NATO members must vote unanimously for a newcomer in the person of Ukraine to become a member of NATO. It's not going to happen. Why not? Because we know very well that the corrupt Orban will be the first to oppose it. That will be enough to keep them from voting for Ukraine to join NATO. So let's leave NATO aside. But Trump may well, and Congress will support him, initiate a mutual aid and security agreement between America and Ukraine, just as America has with Japan, just as America has with Israel, just as America has with South Korea. That'll be enough? That's it. Especially since, for the sake of objectivity, Trump has already authorized the construction of joint military ventures between the U.S. and Ukrainian military, which will produce not only drones on Ukrainian territory, but also the types of weapons Ukraine badly needs. Moreover, a decision has already been made in Congress, and Trump has endorsed it, to create the largest military-industrial complex in Ukraine, which will be a shield for Europe. This is very important. I'm not talking about the fact that Trump gave the go-ahead for the Pentagon to contract with 2 American corporations that have already started producing special air-to-ground cruise missiles for Ukrainian MiGs and F-16s. These are special cruise missiles flying below 300 meters, which means radars practically do not pick them up. The radius of action is about 500 kilometers, 460, 470 kilometers. It's specifically for Ukraine, but it's not enough. Today, we need security guarantees. What does that mean? It means that America is taking Ukraine's security under its umbrella. That's the only way it should be. Just as America helped Israel in this war with Iran, and America is the shield of Japan and South Korea. This is what Ukraine needs today, immediately. I think Trump will force Congress to go for it. A bargain-based world doesn't work. The only thing left is a world based on force, which I'll get to right now. Here he is in front of me. He doesn't want to. Goes to deceive the people as he has done for all 6 months. I'll tell you, it's an ideal that's unlikely to happen. Why? Because Putin arrived today very prepared. First, Putin has several strategic plans to put Trump on the back burner. The first one is lies. Lies about Russian history, lies about Russian culture, Ukrainian culture, as he says, lies about the economy, lies about Russia's strategic position, which can play a key role in all problems. Lots of fake news that Trump is amenable to. Why? Because Trump, unfortunately, I'm going to tell the truth as much as it pains me to say it, is illiterate, absolutely.
я буду говорить правду, как бы мне больно это не было говорить, безграмотен, абсолютно.
If Trump says that Ukraine should go for a land swap, I can't believe it. Has Trump never had a geographical map put on his desk, shown what the border of Ukraine was in 1991?
Неужели Трампу никогда не положили на стол карту географическую, не показали, какая была граница Украины 91 года?
And who attacked Ukraine? Who started the war? Donetsk, Crimea, Zaporozhye, Kherson, Luhansk. All this is the property of Ukraine, and Ukraine cannot change it.
Все это собственность Украины, и Украина не может менять.
One pocket of his native to another is the same thing, belongs to the same body of the Ukrainian people. And today, Trump, seemingly not yet realizing he's talking nonsense, absurdity. Trump corrected his remarks yesterday, saying, "I'm only going to talk about ceasefire." Although the day before, when asked by reporters, when asked what was your goal in meeting with Putin, was it really just ceasefire? He said, "No, I will push for Putin to accept my truce proposal." But the truce will be discussed directly with Zelensky. If Putin is going to bring you down today with this information, historical, cultural, political, economic, legal, and so on, proving that he's not in Ukraine for nothing, that he actually needs all of Ukraine, but he's going along with Trump. Goes along with Trump in that he wants to limit it to Crimea and 4 regions within geographic boundaries with regional centers. And more than that, information has already leaked out. I don't know how true it is, but it seems to be true. Putin already wants to suggest to Trump he will stop firing on one condition. If Donetsk region will be recognized as fully Russian in advance. That's a start. And then there will be further negotiations about the other areas and so on. There are a lot of different leaks elsewhere. A lot of them, of course, could be fake and implausible. A lot will be decided at the table today. But Trump's entire legacy is at stake today. We are talking to you now, and missiles continue to fall on long-suffering Ukraine. Sumy, Kharkiv, Kiev. Putin's task is to divert Trump's attention in order to continue to destroy the Ukrainian people every day, every hour, in order to undermine the Ukrainian people's faith in victory, so that the Ukrainian people, tired one day, said, "That's it, we are tired, that's enough." Чтобы украинский народ, уставший, однажды сказал: "Все, мы устали, хватит." What's more, I'll give you a figure, a pretty serious one that we have no right to ignore. According to one of the most reputable professional agencies, Gallup, in 2022, right at the beginning of the war, only 22% of Ukrainians were in favor of stopping the war on a treaty basis. В 22 году, сразу в начале войны, только 22% украинцев были за то, чтобы война остановилась на договорной основе. Last year, that number rose to 54%, just last month, July. 54%. Буквально за прошлый месяц, это был июль. This number has grown to 69%. That is, 69% of Ukrainians are in favor of ending the war on a treaty basis. That says what? That Ukrainians are living people just like you and me. They want to live. They have children, grandchildren, parents, brothers, sisters. Ukraine, which has lost and continues to lose every day its best sons and daughters, an amazing generation, the best generation of our time, it wants to still survive.
Потрясающее поколение, я считаю, лучшее поколение нашего времени, она хочет еще сохраниться.
It is precisely in the quantity and in the qualitative composition that still exists that we can understand Ukrainians who want peace today and to end the war. But the problem is, the West is oblivious to this, and Trump especially doesn't even want to hear about it. Putin's goal is different. Putin will never give up all of Ukraine. He will give it up in two cases. The first case is when he dies, and the second case is when the Ukrainian army starts winning. It can win. It has the will. The Ukrainian army is indomitable, invincible. It has proved it for 3.5 years. Losing in terms of quantity of manpower, in terms of quality and quantity of armaments, and still Ukraine is holding on. Our viewers are asking, Boris, why can't Donald Trump arrest Putin? He's a war criminal. Why can't the U.S. military arrest Putin? Why is Donald Trump going to negotiate with a terrorist? They are intertwined. When the leader of one state meets officially with the leader of another state, even an enemy, it is not customary to meet under one pretext and then do the other. And the trouble is, in my opinion, I'm a citizen of this country of America. I chose it. I could have lived in any country in the world. I could have easily been accepted, but I chose America for one reason. America is a country for whom human values are paramount. This includes freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of culture, traditions, and language. America is an outstanding country that has always helped countries that are striving for freedom, for democracy, in order to preserve the people with the values I listed above. The trouble is that Trump, leading such a great country, has suddenly thrown it out of his mind, out of his head, that he is the president of the country we elected. Millions emigrate, and immigrants continue to come to this country for that reason alone. And Trump, unfortunately today, prioritizes dealing with people, with leaders of Western foreign countries, wherever it is, and holds some kind of agreements there. He prioritizes deal, trade, sweeping aside human values. So I was shocked when Trump, when it became a question between good and evil, he suddenly became the mediator. Wait, what right do you have to be a mediator? You're supposed to be on the side of good? Ukraine is fighting not only for itself, for its own, but also for us, for our own values, the human values for which we built this country. And immigrants seek this country just for that. That's the trouble. This is why Trump has no moral right to talk with this guy, not just even meet. He wouldn't be authorized to talk on the phone either. Why? Evil only understands power. There is no other. Evil is a wedge, and the only way to drive out a wedge is with a wedge.